you to not be first?
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is Oscar Bevis for IFL TV. Delighted to be joined by Mr. Zach Parker. Zach, it's been a while. Very good to see you, my man. How are we?
Yeah, good to be back on Fight Week. Didn't think I'd get back to this, but yeah, it's good to be back, really.
Yeah, I know obviously you want to focus on the here and now, but I want to talk about the last, 10, 11 months. Just from a mental perspective, being under such scrutiny for the first time, feeling that first professional defeat, I can imagine there's kind of been moments of struggle for yourself over that time period.
Yeah, obviously when you first get injured, and you're obviously just sitting around on your arse all the time, so you can't really do nothing about it. But you just got to dig deep, really. At first it was a bit shit, because obviously his first loss, didn't know how to take it, but it was a loss for injury, so it's a bit of a different sort of loss. It wasn't like a better boxer, but yeah, we're here now. Like I said, almost a year on, and it's good to be back. Like I said, I didn't think I'd get back to this, and I was close to even like giving up, because didn't want. There's no point when you keep getting injured, but yeah, like I say, it's good to be back.
When boxing has given you so much, I can imagine I'm guessing that's what kind of turned you and said, you know what, I need to do this, I need to stick at this. It's not like you felt at the bottom, your defeat, albeit because of injury, came kind of on the cusp of world honours. So there was so much for you to give left back to the sport. Was there ever really that whole consideration about quitting boxing?
Yeah, obviously it's just when you get injured, you're just sitting around on your arse, like I said, and you don't know if it's going to get better or not. But yeah, like I say in other interviews, it's 100% now, and injury free, and like I just can't wait to get back in there and show everyone that I'm still around.
Is there still some ill feeling about that whole night, because obviously the way things went?
No, it just happens in sport. People get injured in sport. You see footballers getting injured all the time, and you can't do nothing about it. You just got to put your head down and just get the physio and that done. Obviously I had surgery and that on this, so yeah, you just got to put your head down and grit it out, really.
It must have been the longest amount of time you haven't thrown a punch since you were a toddler, I can imagine.
That's it, yeah, I've done this all my life. That's when I was considering just hanging gloves up, I just thought, I've done this all my life, I need to get back to this. And when I started training again, it lifted me up again and got that fire back in my belly.
Yeah. How much has the kind of support network around you helped? Because I can imagine it can be quite a lonely place. You can have as much support and as many a team around you as possible, but I guess when you're kind of on your own, even when you go to bed at night and you're thinking about it, it must be quite hard. So how much has the support network around you kind of helped you get back to where you are now?
That's it, yeah. It's family's been there all the time, and my little daughter's kept me on my toes. So yeah, she kept me on my toes this last year. But yeah, it's good. It's good that you have these close friends and close family to keep around you, because when like you see a lot of times in life, when you lose, a lot of people go the other way, don't they? They just surround you when you're winning. But yeah, you find out your real friends and family.
Yeah, did you notice that, without kind of trying to get too deep? I guess this is your first interview back since that with us. Did you notice that perhaps the messages of congratulations, Zach, kind of lessened when there was a defeat, and perhaps the number in the inbox was a little bit smaller than it would have been on your big nights?
Yeah, 100%. It happens in life, though. People want to be around the winner, don't they? They don't want to be around the loser. But like I said, I'm here now. You cut ties with a few people, and now I'm back on the big stage on a massive card. Like Joyce and Zhang is a massive card, especially just at Wembley as well. So yeah, I give my thanks to obviously Frank and the team, and Neil Marsh and BCB for getting me back out.
Yeah, you must be relishing it. I feel like the man in the opposite corner's perhaps going to get hurt on Saturday night. Like there's a bit of ill feeling behind the hands, and you're ready to kind of release a bit of anger.
That's it, yeah. A lot has been building up this last year, and I'm ready to let loose within myself, really. But yeah, it's just, like I said, I'm going to be putting on a great performance, get back to winning ways, and then hopefully head for a massive fight maybe towards the end of the year or start next year.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question in terms of the journey and kind of how you want to take it. You worked so hard and had, 22 fights to get to where you were at the John Ryder fight. I know you ain't going to want to come back and just do 6 rounders, 8 rounders and warm yourself in. You know how good you are. Is it this fight and then we look for something massive?
That's what I've told the team. I want top 10 at least. I want to get back away with the big guys, and now I'm injury free. I want to get active again. This last like 2.5 years, I was waiting around for the Andrade fight, and then that didn't happen. And I was coming up to this fight, and obviously it didn't end my way because I got injured. But yeah, I want to at least top 10 for the next fight.
Is the John Ryder rematch ever something you think about? Obviously, we saw him go and fight Canelo and lose in Mexico. I know there's rumours of Golovkin, and there'll be other options that he's looking at, but it was a big fight. It was at the O2 Arena. You obviously feel like there's a score to settle. He lost the fight to Canelo afterwards, so is that something you think about or would potentially entertain?
I'd definitely have that fight. If it got handed up to me, I'd definitely have it. You want to avenge a loss. I think every boxer is the same way. If you don't feel that way, you shouldn't be in the sport. But yeah, if that got offered me tomorrow, I'd take it.
Well, it's good to see you back. Perhaps, did it teach you a few things about how kind of boxing can be cruel? Because I guess one of the faces of the Frank Warren stable, flying on TV, knocking people out, and then the Andrade thing happened, and then the defeat with the injury. Did it kind of teach you a lot about how boxing can be a bit of a shitter as well?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's like everyday life. There's going to be ups and downs, isn't it? It's just how you ride the wave. But yeah, boxing's a fickle sport at times. But like I said, they've got me back on big platform. Like I said, Wembley. Can't get much better. And get us fight out of the way, and then we're waiting for bigger things next.
So a Derby win and a Zach Parker win this weekend?
That's it, hopefully.
You to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,